I am a native Houstonian, born and raised in this city. I grew up in the Third Ward area, which is one of our historic Black neighborhoods. I have spent most of my adult professional career in advocacy work. I come from the labor movement, so I've worked for unions, and now I work for a labor nonprofit. And I have always been really active in my community. Running for office was something I never really envisioned myself doing, but just based on some of the issues that I've been seeing in our community, particularly the Black community, I just felt like it was really necessary to, put myself out there, put my money where my mouth is, as they say, and take that next step and really elevating and working on behalf of my community in a higher capacity. I was a little hesitant to do so because I am a mom. I have two children, but they were, really encouraging and really excited. And so, we took the plunge and I'm doing this thing now. I'm running to be the state representative in House District 146 in Houston. So I'll be representing a pretty, nice size House district in Houston. And it's just to go to our state legislature, to go up to Austin and do what I can for my community. I think the biggest reason, and it was kind of a couple of different factors. So I was approached, I was asked by people who live in the district who were familiar with the work that I've done around not just labor, but public education. A few months ago, before I actually decided to run, I had a video that went viral. And I was basically taken to task our state appointed superintendent. So the biggest school district in Texas, Houston ISD, where my children both attend, I'm a product of, has been taken over by our state. And we knew then that it was not going to bode well, and it has not. And everything that we have predicted has come true. But that video went all over the place. It garnered millions of views. And there were a lot of people who didn't know me and really weren't familiar with my situation who said, you should run for something. And I was like, I'm not super thrilled about the current level of representation I'm receiving, but I really think that I'm not the person that should be doing this. I will help whoever decides to run. And after, being asked a couple of times and really thinking about the urgency of what our legislature was going to look like in 2025, I said, you know what, I'm gonna raise my hand and I'm gonna do this because if I feel like we're not getting the representation that we deserve, if I keep hearing over and over, not just from myself, that people want more and would, expect more and deserve more, then I should be willing to stand up and make those sacrifices to do the job. And so that's why I'm here doing it now. A few years ago I want to say, when was that, 2017, when the person who's currently in office, became the state representative, we didn't get that choice to really vote for them. It was a decision that was made by a smaller body. And not to say that that has not happened before, but typically, especially in Texas, the way that our districts are gerrymandered, the only real choice that you have is in the primary, because once that person with the D next to their name is on the ballot, they're most likely going to win. And so we have an opportunity to do something that will not just uplift our community, but also provide some protection, because what we're facing in 2025 is going to be extremism in a way that we have not yet seen. The current Speaker of the House, who's a Republican, is actually in his own primary race, and he came in second. And so, knowing what we know about the composition of the new legislature, I want to encourage everyone who did not choose me the first time or did not vote the first time to really think about what's at stake and get a chance to know me. I would love to share with you my vision, my platform. I've been endorsed by a number of amazing individuals, elected officials from every level of government, from the school board all the way up to the U.S. Congress. I received the endorsement of our local newspaper, the Houston Chronicle. And I think that just speaks to not just the work that I've done as a candidate, but the community really saying, you know what? It is time for change. And so we got really close on election night. We got 49.5% of the vote, which is a big deal for someone like me who's running against an incumbent. And I know that with your support and your help, that we can get over the hump and we can take back our seat in state government.